Howdy, it's me again, y'all. Okay, one of my words today is convolution, convoluted, convoluting. Convolution. Okay, it means to be complex. It means to be complex. In a legal sense, it means to cause confusion. Say you're reading a contract. Most contracts, when you're buying a private automobile, you're buying a house, you're getting some kind of loan, you'll find that the paperwork, the words, the terminologies, the logics, yada yada yada, there's a lot of convolution in there. It appears to say you in one way and then you in another. Then it puts your name in all capital letters and it says hereafter referred to as loanee, buyer, and then there's seller. Well, they're trying to take your name and it makes it sound like it's easy for contracts, and yeah, it is, but it has a meaning when it says hereafter referred to as. That means they're changing your status. So it's convoluted. It's written in a way you can't comprehend. And then it says that it does or does not include impingement or curtilage, and you don't know what that word means. Or you've got a right to certificate of title versus title means manufacturer's certificate of origin. Okay, if you have the certificate of origin and you have a bill of sale from the dealership, then you totally, completely own the vehicle. But they convoluted in their words when they sell it to you, and the dealership has a relationship with the state. And so they're agreeing to the state that when they sell automobiles that they're going to get you to sign these certain papers, and they're going to send them into the state in a certain fashion, and it's going to lock you into the system. But in reality, if you demand the origin of certificate from the dealership, and the dealership will actually give it to you, which, you know, I know of a handful of people that's happened to. I'd say it's less than 10 people. But they had a relationship with the man or woman that owned it, and they said, I'm buying it, and I demand the certificate of origin. I'm not borrowing no money. I'm paying you the value of it. Federal Reserve notes are not money, but they do have value. And you're saying that this is worth a certain amount of value, and we agree that these Federal Reserve notes are worth that value. So I'm giving it to you. And I want the manufacturer's certificate of origin. Or you go 10 rounds like Joe Palooka with the state, and you make the demands and you file your FOIAs and you kind of build a case against them, and it may take 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year, but all of a sudden you get your original title, not a certificate of title, which says that's a title, that's a piece of paper that says there's a title. It's not really a title. This is kind of like color of law. It's not law. It kind of represents the law. Well, this kind of represents it, which means you and the state conjointly own your cars because you so-called signed papers that are convoluted. If you didn't understand it and it wasn't voluntary, it doesn't matter. So now that you're awake, you tell them that this convolution has come to fruition for your understanding, and now that you are awake and now that you're alert and you realize all these wrongs have been done to you, you're filing for the correction of all the errors, and allow them an opportunity to do that. If they do it, okay. If not, then you'll go for damages because they had you sign papers based on the fact that it was true, honest, free, and voluntary, and that you understood all of it, and that it had equal access to you as well as to the other party. Contracts have to be equal to both parties. They can't just be to you or just to me. They have to have some sort of equal value on both sides. But I won't try and keep this one under 5 minutes, but I got some more to talk about convolution, but I'm going to do it along with some other words and phrases. But I want to keep something pumping out, so some of you people that get real anxious that send me 2 or 3 emails a day, when's the next email coming out, or not the next email, when's the next video coming out, what's the topic going to be on, and y'all have recommended some topics, and I'm going to jump on that. Okay. And by the way, to the one man that I don't have permission to say his name, that is shipping out today the small laptop, so I can do something in my car or down on the road and not have to rely on this smartphone all the time. Thank you, and God. Number two, to my other good buddy down in Florida, thank you for the Angel Fund getting back together, and for the Dell Tower you'll be providing when the money gets right. Thank you so much for all the gifts and all the help. God bless you. Bye-bye.